Welcome back, folks. I'm Frizz, and today I'd like to talk about a great part of Pathfinder 2e's design: versatile heritages. When they were designing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Paizo probably asked themselves a simple question: why should humans be special? Presumably, they decided that they shouldn't be. Now, anyone can have really weird heritages, and that's great. But before we talk about what versatile heritages are, or why they're good and why I want more of them, let's talk about the basics so we're all on the same page here. Ancestries are to Pathfinder 2nd Edition what races are to D&D 5e and Pathfinder 1e. They're your classic humans, elves, and dwarves. Heritages represent some subset of that ancestry, though it can represent specific physical, magical, or cultural traits. Your heritage could give you a bite attack since your tusks are huge as an orc, or it could let you detect magic at will as an elf, or help you learn languages easier since your family was always nomadic as a halfling. Basically, your heritage represents some way that you are representative of your ancestry, and they can often serve as prerequisites for other ancestry feats that build off of those abilities. And that leads us to versatile heritages. Unlike traditional heritages, which can only apply to a single specific ancestry, versatile heritages can be taken by literally any ancestry. A great example is Aasimars, or people with celestial influence. Normally they've got some kind of celestial in the family, but not always. In both Pathfinder 1st Edition and Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, Aasimars were their own race that looked like ultra fancy humans. Similarly, tieflings or tieflings, however you want to pronounce it, are people with fiendish influence. And guess what? They basically also look like humans, just with fiendish traits like, I don't know, some horns or some tails. But as I said at the offset of this video, Paizo must have asked themselves why humans are special, and decided that they shouldn't be. Both Aasimars and tieflings are versatile heritages, meaning that any ancestry can be an Aasimar or a tiefling now, and get some fun celestial or fiendish abilities. And this only requires them to give up their heritage and also be able to take a couple of fun feats from this new heritage. And yes, I know that you can absolutely flavor your Aasimar to look like a dwarf or an elf or something in previous editions. My issue is that if you chose to do that, you're still not a dwarf, and you don't really get any dwarf abilities. You're a dwarf in name alone. That isn't a thing in Pathfinder 2e though. Your Aasimar dwarf can be both an Aasimar and a dwarf at the same time and get abilities from both sides. And don't worry, there's way more versatile heritages than just Aasimars and tieflings. They're just the super well-known ones. Honestly, there's a lot of them, and I don't just want to read down the whole list, but there's a lot. And another fun defining characteristic of these is that in Pathfinder 1st Edition, they basically all looked like humans, and now they can look like any ancestry, and that is so nice. And hopefully Paizo continues to make more versatile heritages in the future. If I can just stand up and talk about one of my own ideas real quick though, there's a versatile heritage that I want to talk about. It's my video, so you can't stop me. Effectively, I would like to see a versatile heritage that isn't tied to any specific theme. All of the current versatile heritages have some unique theming to them. I'd like to see a versatile heritage for people who just don't fit into any of the normal ideas people have about their ancestry. Just because I want to play a dwarf doesn't mean that I necessarily want to play the dwarfiest dwarf to ever dwarf, and have that be a core concept of their character. I just like a versatile heritage for characters that don't want to focus on their ancestry at all. It's a fun spot that isn't currently really being filled by anything. There's a lot to love when it comes to ancestries in Pathfinder 2e, and versatile heritages are a big one of those for me personally. They're just straight up an elegant solution to a problem, and they're very easy to understand while still providing a bunch of cool mechanical benefits. The only weird thing is that half elf and half orc are human heritages, but can also be versatile if you use that as a variant rule. My main issue here is, why aren't there equivalent options for other ancestries? What if I want to be, I don't know, a half-halfling, also known as a quarterling? But even with that little wrinkle, versatile heritages are pretty great, right? Thanks for watching. I'd like to claim that I've been planning this video for a long time now and have really deliberated over the script, but in reality, the idea came to me about a day before posting. But hey, I think it's a good topic, and I think this turned out alright. What do you think? Do you think that I missed anything vital whenever I'm talking about this? Let me know in a comment down below. And hell, like and subscribe or something while you're down there. I'm totally a YouTuber. Regardless, until I see you next, live a wonderful life.